Hey guys, this is John.
And Austin.
And this is another episode of the Meatgistics podcast presented by Walton's, your source for everything you need to make sausage, jerky, and other meat snacks.
I like that you say meat snacks.
Meat snacks.
That was one of the things you were against me on a while back.
Well, I'm reading it more and more because the Meat Power Report just came out and they have a whole section on meat snacks. And apparently meat snacks are going to decline by volume in convenience stores. They're projecting the sales to be flat and volume to go down because prices are going up so much. So convenience stores are starting to request or demand smaller packages of dried meat and jerkies. So.
That's weird. I don't know. It just kind of goes to prove the point that I am not a good average typical consumer because I'm totally the flip side. Like I know I've been talking about it over the last few months, but like me going and buying like different snack sticks from different places. I'm just doing that more. Like I continually buy more of those things when I'm out than I ever have in my entire life. But
you've only brought it up like twice. This is like the third time you brought it up. This is like the third time you brought it up. You're not overdoing it. All right. Anyways, we've got some chicken in front of us, so let's try that. We've got two different seasonings here. One we're going to talk about and one we're going to create a mystery around. This is the spicy pineapple teriyaki from Terrapin Ridge Farms. I can't say enough good things about that. Unbelievable on rice. It makes it taste directly or exactly like fried rice. Really good on chicken. I've had it on fish already with some shrimp. Absolutely amazing. Very, very good. So go to waltons.com and buy some. Also, we'll have a free shipping coupon this weekend. So I'm not going to announce it on this because this will be released earlier in the day, but keep an eye on our social media or your email account. We're going to send you out a coupon that'll get you free shipping on any order over $50. All right, let's try some. You want to try that one first or this one first?
Do
mystery or spicy pineapple?
Do the teriyaki. Okay. So when we first got this and I tried it,
Austin famously hates teriyaki.
I don't like pineapple either.
There you go.
So I don't like pineapple. I like pineapple by itself. I don't like pineapple on like anything. I don't like pineapple flavor being mixed with things. Pineapple, teriyaki, two bad things. It is a very good sauce. It's a great seasoning. I don't like it. But it's really good. So it's that good. Like I can identify that it is an amazing deal. It's just my personal preference. It doesn't float my boat.
I think the taste is absolutely phenomenal. I'm a huge fan of that. Even now, I still get like a little bit of a fried rice flavor to it.
It does. I
don't know how it does that.
It's weird.
It's not weird. It's delicious. You're gonna read the ingredients.
Orange juice. Toasted sesame oil.
There it is. That's it right there.
Yeah.
Because true fried rice will have sesame seed oil in it.
What is ginger oleoresin? Oleoresin? Any idea?
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
I know what ginger is. I know two of those words.
I ate the ginger oleoresin.
Oleo.
It's the last thing on the deal.
So that is excellent.
It is very good.
And it's made in the USA.
So if I can maybe explain this better. If I was to eat something that was normally pineapple and teriyaki and it was just average, I would think it tastes disgusting.
Okay.
That, I'm just like, I can eat it. It's good. If I think it's okay, I could eat it, then it's amazing.
Okay. Now this one is one that we haven't committed to bringing in yet. The story on this is a customer stopped in from out of town. Says he comes here all the time. Go ahead, eat. Says he comes here all... Austin missed his mouth.
Oh, dang
Austin missed his mouth.
Let's see.
Says he comes in here all the time and he's just on his way out mentioned, hey, I've got some seasonings if you guys would like to try them. And he dropped off a case of it and Flip seemed to really like them. This is the first time I'm actually cooking with them.
I didn't know the story behind it. So that is from a customer then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Didn't know that. Because a lot of times we just get random people that are just like, carry this.
Yeah,
okay.
And apparently he's from out of town. And he just, like, his parents live here and he stops here every time he comes in. And sometimes with us, soft sell is the best sell. Like if they came in and were like, hey, I want you to carry this, you'd be like, eh. But this one was more kind of organic.
That is so good, though.
Yeah, it's got a lot going on there. Hide the label from them so they can't see it. Lip smacking, thick and bold. Excellent on chicken, burgers, ribs. That would be really good on ribs. It's very heavy on ketchup. So it's the smell. As soon as you open it, it's like, oh, that's a very ketchup based. It dies out a little bit in the cooking. So if you're someone who doesn't love, like I don't love ketchup based barbecue sauces, but this is very tasty.
What type of barbecue sauce do you go for?
I'm actually not a big barbecue sauce guy in general. My favorite is probably right now either one of the Cosmos or maybe the Eat.
What are those based on then? Those are molassesy. They're thicker.
Yeah.
So okay, interesting. I was just thinking, are you going to choose mustard or vinegar or something else? But you're still like
like more between those two. Between a mustard-based sauce, a vinegar-based sauce, or a ketchup-based sauce, I would naturally go to the vinegar-based.
Really?
And then the mustard-based.
That's weird. Is that just?
I like Carolina barbecue.
I say, is that generically East Coast, or you just happen to like Southeast
Put
style
some
stuff?
coleslaw on it too. While you're at
My
it,
favorite
man.
beers are sours. My favorite candies are sours. So that's just kind of where my taste buds go. But that is really nice, juicy chicken. Man, the person who cooked that knocked it out of the park.
And then it's very good.
You know what the secret is with these?
You don't cook it. You put it on the smoker and don't touch it. Is that what you do?
We don't even sell it anymore. Oh, yes, we do. The Jacquard tenderizer, that little slap chop thing.
Yeah.
That is, every time I use that on chicken, it comes out like perfect. It just tenderizes everything inside, makes it nice and moist. I know everybody hates that word.
Well, let me ask you this. If it's such a good method, why is it not pre-chapped, Jacquarded before it's put on the ravel?
It's a decent question. I don't have an answer
Would
for
it be too soon and then it gets naturally just dried out because there's holes in the meat? Or are they so fine?
That's a possibility.
Like that sounds very.
So a large commercial injector is probably is going to be like a conveyor system with a lot of needles sticking down on it. Probably is, I mean, you could kind of have it function like a 2-in-1. You're not going to have as many needles as is in the Jacquard there, but I wonder if you could use it kind of in that manner. It'd be interesting.
Dip some in this. That's got a lot more heat than it does when it's cooked. Like a lot more.
And this one's
I'd call that
candy.
Hey, no.
Oh boy,
We don't know if we're carrying this one or not.
You scared me.
And if we do,
I almost broke my neck.
You
I
did.
looked behind me.
we are building up some intrigue behind it.
Sure. Gosh.
When we're done, Patrick, you got to eat a piece of this and dump it in some of that sauce.
I got your dump over
That's
here,
gotta
dude. Scared me.
So good.
Do we have a dump button?
No.
We need a dump button.
Yeah, it's me going beep.
Yeah, we need a dump button.
We don't need a dump button.
What are you
We're
talking?
not on any
not live.
regulated
For
channel
like coughing
anywhere.
and stuff.
No, that's a cough.
yeah.
That's
Whatever.
A
You know
It,
what
it would be nice, up here to have like a little deal where I could mute myself, because then when I know I need to, like, especially when we eat spicy food, I need to get that big sniffle in.
All
Before.
right, we'll practice. Point at me and I'll mute you.
He definitely didn't mute you.
I totally did.
Oh,
Yeah. All right, your turn, John.
no, thank you.
All right, you're muted.
No, I see what you were trying to do there.
No, we can't hear you. You're muted.
I don't believe you.
I think. Oh no, it's broken.
Here.
Oh no.
All right. Then we also have Candy Cast. All the women are wanting us to eat candy on the podcast for some reason.
Excuse me.
Monique gave us some Swedish candy last week. You can have any piece you want in there, and I'll have a different piece.
Yeah.
And Courtney, our reception, what is her title?
Admin assistant.
Admin assistant made some, not brittle, toffee that I've been eating a ridiculous amount of. That's what I've been eating all day.
Are these all sour?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to make
Are
sure
they?
I get a sour one.
Yeah, they're all sour.
Can you throw me a random one?
Sure.
Those are fantastic.
Do you want a shark? How's a shark?
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Ready?
Yeah.
Got it. Nice. All right. You go first. So I'm glad you didn't pick this one, because I've cut other pieces off this one, and I really like this one.
Is it peppermint? It looks like a candy cane.
No peppermint taste to it.
I'm not a peppermint guy. Hi, guys.
They're Swedish people. They're different.
Really chewy.
Mm-hmm.
But like the flavor, though.
Dude, it's totally different than American candy.
What kind of like stuff is in it?
Real
Gelatin,
stuff.
I imagine?
Oh, as far as like I don't know.
Because if it's supposed to be more natural, how do you get something nice and gummy like that without putting the weird...
Okay, hold on a second. Did you look at the OneNote at all for this, leading up to this?
There's a script.
That's hilarious. We're going to talk about that in Wildcard. About how you get gummy candies to have that gum.
Oh, it's all kinds of bad stuff. Like, it's my understanding of it.
Sheep stuff or something, right?
No, it's mostly... Well, we'll talk about it. Don't rush me.
It's Elmer's glue, dude.
I'll get there.
It's all fake stuff.
I'll get there. All right.
That's so good, though.
Bum, bum, bum.
Bum, 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 bum.
My Uberti
Shoot your eye out, kid.
45 Colts, single action.
Oh, dang.
Single action.
Oh, dude.
Single action.
We just got kicked off of YouTube.
Wait, you started to go for it.
You just kicked us off of YouTube.
I don't even have ammo.
Actually,
for
we
this
are
yet.
definitely going to get banned on YouTube for this.
Yeah, this is
We've showed guns on
This is the
YouTube before.
thumbnail.
We've showed guns on YouTube before.
Not in 4K.
Well, it doesn't have any ammo in it, first of all.
Okay.
Make sure we're not on our last strike before you publish this.
I really like this gun. I'm very good at, in my mind at least, being like, no, obviously guns aren't toys. This one
Feels more.
kind of like it.
You like it?
It looks like your little
It looks like
toy
a cowboy.
action shooter.
So I was telling the guys on Meatgistics that I now need to get a lever action 45 rifle. And so everybody was giving me some suggestions. Actually, everyone pretty much gave me the same suggestion.
You know how
Henry Big Boy.
people like they get their guns to look like an NES zapper or whatever, but it still looks like a gun. Can you get a gun and just make it look like a fake gun? Just put the orange tip on it?
I don't know about putting an orange tip on it.
I guess you're probably not allowed
There
to.
might be a law against
I guess you
that.
could do
You
anything.
could. Yeah, you could do whatever you want. But the orange tip specifically might be a problem.
Or make it look like Woody's gun or something.
So
What are you trying to do?
What is inspecting the situation.
Sure.
So what is it again? It's a 45 Stoger El Patron.
Yep, it's the El Patron. It's a Cattleman. So it's single action. So the only thing that's makes that annoying is to unload it. Like this doesn't swing out.
Oh, it doesn't?
No, so it's over here. You got this little tap out, and then you do a half cock, and you can spin it, and then you have this to eject the previous shells. So not exactly the gun I'd pick if I was about to get into a big gunfight.
But it looks pretty sweet.
Which will come.
But it's cool.
Yeah, no, it's an awesome gun. I cannot wait to go shoot this. I'm very, very excited about that.
It looks retro. Is it? I mean, I assume it is new.
It's a replica. Yes.
So, yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's new. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, they did a good job with like the bluing of the, whatever you call that, bluing. I don't know if that's technically bluing.
No, this is how words come about. You make it up and you keep going.
But I just can't wait to buy 1,000 rounds of 45 now.
Now you got a reason for a new ammo.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You
that's
don't have
kinda
any
cool.
45
I
yet?
have 0.
You need to get yourself a nice, good 1911 then.
I've got other things that I need to buy before that,
That's
namely
true.
a house. Speaking of that,
He's got to buy a horse now.
I've
and
got
spurs.
a loan officer that I'm working with, so we're moving along on that.
Call that a deputy.
I found a place the other night that is 275,000, 9 acres, and it's like a 35-minute drive. So it's a longer drive than what I would want, but it's 9 acres and it's got this huge barn.
Just act like you're riding your bike
Sweet.
to work and you're, boom, only 10 more minutes than you're used to. So
Yeah, all those days will be gone with the riding.
I thought
bike
this
and
guy
all
was
that.
like a bike rider when I met him.
Yeah, nope.
And then
not at all.
you go like, wait, is that a Huffy? He goes, oh yeah, I don't care what kind of bike. I go, oh, you're back. Okay, back on the normal side again.
cheapest bike I could find. I think it was $80 at Walmart.
His truck's like the equivalent though, too.
Pretty
It's just
much.
like, yeah, whatever. It's a truck. We're there.
So if you move half an hour away, are you gonna? And you have a barn. I feel like you got to keep the truck, and that's your work truck.
Oh yeah, for sure.
and you just get another car.
No, that's the plan anyways, because nobody's going to give me anything for that truck that would make me be like, oh, I want to get rid of this.
Oh no.
Okay.
Because I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone's like, yeah, we'll trade in value of like $4,000 a big.
Oh yeah.
That's not
Yeah,
gonna happen.
right.
All right. Hand me that package right up there, please. So we had a bunch of rewards show up. WV Tim and Salmon Master got their cutting board shipped out today. Possum got his orange hat. And we have our newest member of the Buck Knife Club.
What does that get you? What do you do?
How many?
That? Yeah.
4,000.
4,000?
4,000 posts.
Or
what?
You only got to be at like 1,000. You just got to own the company.
Yeah, or just
you get your name on one.
Dedicate your whole life to running a company. And seems like it's easier to make 4,000 posts, but everybody do you. So this is for Denny O, who is the newest member of the 4,000 club. His is going to be what you like, the lighter.
Is mine that dirty, or is it lighter now?
Some were lighter and some were darker. When we bought them and they came in, I was looking at them like, why are some so much lighter than others? Just different parts of wood, I guess.
Hopefully he likes it because I love this knife.
They're awesome.
I haven't had
stabby
like this consistent of a daily carry knife in a long time.
And now
maybe
it's like,
just because this one's actually held up and hasn't fallen apart yet. I don't typically buy expensive knives.
I mean, Buck knives are good knives. They're not cheap.
And when I say buy, I just like basically win or get knives at like freebie handouts at stuff.
Oh, speaking of that, for anyone who doesn't know, I won that gun at
Hold on. What was the situation?
Okay.
Was it a card raffle?
It was not a card raffle
where you win because your hand was the last one in the air?
Well, here's how it went. They were right next to us, and it was a dice game. So for $20, you got 3 rolls, and whatever you rolled, you got those numbers. So I rolled, and then you could throw another $10 on it to roll one more time. And if you get a 7 or 11, it doubles your numbers of tickets. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. So they're going through and they're calling like winners, and they get to this one and they call a number. Like, who has ticket? And I'm out in front of our booth. And I go back to look back at Josh. I'm like, they didn't give us tickets. And I just I didn't lose control of myself, but without even thinking, I start walking forward. I go, hey, they didn't give us any ticket numbers. And as I'm doing that, the guy goes, John Tremblay. I was like, that's me. So I overreacted as per usual. So then you got your choice between this and Smith & Wesson. And for whatever reason, I don't know. I wasn't thinking clearly, I guess. I was like, initially I said, I'll just choose whichever one he doesn't want because I didn't really care. And then it kind of came to my senses. It was like, no, that's a way cooler gun than this other like Smith & Wesson. I was like, no, I'll take that. That's mine.
Cool.
So, yep, it was fun. It was a good time. Big Al's birthday bash was pretty much a success. The food situation became an issue.
Yes.
Did you hear about this?
No, you said remind me.
Okay.
To tell or
so they had 5 food trucks that were supposed to show up. 3 of them canceled. 1 only sold like lattes and like coffees, and their generator broke down, so they took off. So it was 1 food truck trying to serve everybody. People were waiting in line for like over an hour. So it's towards the end. They're auctioning. They're doing everything. And I look out and I see Pizza Hut boxes. Like people are ordering in Pizza Hut. So I was like, oh, this is terrible. So I just start taking packages of our snack sticks. I was going around to tables and I had like either sweet maple bacon, the habanero, or I had another flavor. Can't remember what it was. I was like, hey, I see everybody starving. So I just started handing out packages. At the end of the night, like everybody came by. I was like, thank you so much. You saved us. So that was actually the best thing that happened to us.
Were we just like cutting them up and handing out samples? Mm-hmm. So
yep,
we just gave out whole packs instead.
Yep. Nice. Whole packs to the tables. We're just like, yep, take them.
Sound like zombies.
So that's probably actually when we think about it, that might not be the best or the worst. That might not be the worst thing to do for future events like that. Just like, hey, how many groups do you have?
Yeah.
All right, here's just a package of snack stick or 2 packages of snack sticks per.
Hand it out. Yeah. Kind of like, because we do that. What's the only other place to do that with is the Pass It On golf tournament. Mm-hmm. Everybody that's involved in that gets a pack of snack sticks.
And everybody loves that.
I like it. It's as long as we know ahead of time, we have plenty of time to prepare. It's not like it's that difficult to do.
No.
But wait, are you mixing flavors?
I am mixing flavors because I don't want to show them the other one. Keep it hidden. Okay. So good.
Is it it's technically spicy pineapple teriyaki?
Yeah, it's spicy pineapple.
Oh, I didn't catch that before.
So, something Austin and I have argued about for years at this point is how pricing structures work, not just on the internet, but everywhere. A long time ago, somebody came up with the idea that everything should be $99.99 instead of $100. Austin is staring at me menacingly and flipping open his knife. And I argue that even if it breaks that next from 99 to 100, it makes things more clear. It's simpler. And I think people appreciate that. So I did a poll on Meatgistics and asked, what would people prefer? Do you want the $99.99 or do you want the $100? What do you think the ratio was? It was in my favor.
Okay. Do we need to go back to previous John discussions about self-reporting things and the accuracy of polls and where we're going? Because
Austin doesn't believe you guys.
I don't believe John. And this was probably skewed. Did you send out like a deal to like Team Blue saying, "Hey, come come join my side and argue for this against me or against Austin"? But I don't know. I assume based upon your reaction there, it's probably not just like a 50-50 barely split. It's like 2-1.
20 in favor of your way, 63 in favor of my way.
Okay, so not even that. Dang. The only I did look a little bit at the thread. I did not read through all of them. But when I did look, there was at least one person that made the comment of they want even dollar amounts, but with the tax.
I saw that. And Process had responded to that guy with a really good point. It's not possible. You can't do it because tax rate is different in Tennessee than it is in Iowa.
Well, in every city, county, you can have special tax jurisdictions where they do them in Wichita where, the county's this, the city's this, and then this area town has this special tax, this area town has this special tax. It's just not, it's not feasible. We collect tax in like 45 states. It's ridiculous.
What states don't we?
I don't know.
Those states deserve a special shout out at some point.
Or rather not, because I don't want any reason for somebody to go, well, you gotta collect. Actually, at this point, it doesn't even really matter. If we had to collect in 5 more, honestly, it wouldn't change anything. Yeah. So who cares? But
do you remember when internet shopping was tax free?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so do I. Those were good days.
Yeah, you saved a whole lot, unless. Technically, you only saved a lot until the end of the year because we all were very honest. And we put on our tax forms that we spent this much out of state and we paid our use tax.
Absolutely.
On every purchase.
Always do.
Very faithful.
Always do. No, back in the old days of the internet, you could buy like 5-gallon pails of dimethyltryptamine. You buy enough of that stuff to get like an entire city just out of their minds if you just dumped it into the water supply.
And it was tax free.
It was a crazy time.
Yeah. But I don't know. Taxes just kind of suck in general there. So could you do it? Yeah, you could do flat prices. You're still going to end up with variable amounts. So
what I would like to do is we pick a line of things and try them on those and see what happens. Like if we picked our grinders, we just change some prices on them. Grinders might be a little bit too big. There's I don't
think people will care on the big ticket items. I think they will care more on your day-to-day stuff that you're buying multiples and a lot of.
What about collagen casings then? 3-packs.
Yeah, so stuff like that.
I'm going to change 3 and 2 packs of collagen casings to an even price. Actually, I don't know how I'm going to do that. That sounded simpler in my mind.
It's probably fine.
Because of how we do pricing, I don't know if I can.
Collagens, we can.
Okay. Cool.
We already do even pricing on most fibrous. Because of how we do pricing, we can't do 99s because we get them priced as individual units, the individual strands. And so you can't break that out to a 99 because of how that works. So that's why, I don't know, 230, 207 mahogany fibrous, those are like $15.
Okay.
Because it's a flat amount.
When did we go to that?
When? Oh, years ago.
Yeah, I was going to say if it was in like a year ago, we could see how many we sold before and after.
Yeah, I'd
plus
guess 5 to 6.
How many transactions do you think we have a year? You know what I'm saying. But we're moving to a new building. That extra penny per transaction. Hey.
Oh, it would not be something to scoff at.
Yeah.
It would be a lot of stinking money.
There you go. So I've solved 2 problems here.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I deserve a parade, but
you also have to remember so we're also only talking about all of our retail transactions. Which is actually a lot fewer. Like most of what we do is going to be commercial and bulk and stuff like that. And those don't get a 99-cent price amount. Most of them are set on automatic pricing. It can be, I don't want to get into details on how it all works, but someone doesn't just go in and say, "Oh, this needs to be $16.99." Yeah. We go, this is how much it costs. This is what goes into it. This is the amount we need to make to survive, and that is what gets added. It could be we could make $2.36 in profit on something, or it could be or I guess we could charge. It'd be easier to explain it that way. We could charge $2.36, or we could charge $2.97. It just depends. But the only reason, you go to 99 is for the mental side of it. Just the appearance,
which is a nothing.
Which then I'd argue, if we don't care, why should we go in the direction
because that looks sloppy
up to the dollar amount, or just go to how we do our commercial pricing and just go? We need to make.
I don't want to see $26.31 on the website, like $26.31. No,
it would make me constantly wonder if something's wrong. So
yeah, good point.
What do you mean?
Like if that's the right price or not?
Yeah, how do you know if it's the right price? It's a lot easier to just go, $15 for a pack of Fibers casings versus $14.83. Yeah. I'd look at it and go, something's wrong.
Yeah, $79.99.
This is not right.
Yeah, that $14.83.
Because I do that occasionally where I log in and I have like employee pricing on my account online, and I start to panic, and then I'm like, I was messing with my account.
You did that with me the other day.
Yeah. It's a frequent occurrence.
How long have these been at this? Oh, okay. We're good. All right. So, collagen casings, I'll work with Flip and we'll get those just on the website or.
Oh, no, you got to do it. If you're going to do it everywhere. Right. Yeah.
So we'll get those all changed to even pricing. Awesome. So you guys won. Thank you for voting. Also, the vacuum sealers have new prices now. So the Pro 12-inch used to be $3.99, and we would put it on sale for $2.99. Its everyday sale price now is $2.99. The Fresh Seal vacuum sealer is now under $100 unit, soon to be $100 unit at $99.99. It'll be $100 soon. And then we dropped the price on our chambered sealer down to $899.99. We did that because when we put it on sale for that at Christmas or Thanks Black Monday, we sold the snot out of them. So we're trying to see if lower prices will give us enough volume so we can order larger quantities. You order that, you get better deals. So we're attempting that. So if you've been looking for a grinder, a stuffer, or a vacuum sealer, now is a good time to buy from us. We've dropped our prices on those 3 items or those 3 lines. We really appreciate it because this is sort of a test. A test for us. The stuffers will be in on April 10th-ish. So if you bought one previously, we have to address that too. If you bought one previously, you'll get them at the new price and they'll get there. You can't buy one right now because we made some changes to the website where we're not allowing back orders. We're really just doing this for a couple of reasons. One, that's what everybody does now. Like you go to Amazon, if something's out of stock, it is out of stock. They're not letting you buy it. 2, it causes issues with shipping. People don't know that we're going to hold their order if there's some items back ordered on it. And then if we do split the order, then we're paying shipping twice. So it causes a lot of issues from that standpoint. So going forward on waltons.com, if something's in stock, you can buy it. If something isn't in stock, you can't buy it. We're trying a bunch of different things right now to figure out what happens if we have 9 in stock and you want 12. Like, how do we make it go? Oh, well, here are the 9. You can't have 3. Right now, it just says you can't have 3. Or says you can't have these. And it's like, that's not great.
It doesn't tell you what to adjust the quantity to.
Yeah.
So it's a guessing game.
It is a guessing game, so it's hard. Which we are working on fixing that. All right. Are you a video game guy or no?
Used to be.
What about Super Tecmo Bowl? No. Okay. I don't know how we started talking about this, but I would spot you 2 touchdowns and say I could beat you.
I have no idea what we're talking about, dude. I haven't.
Do you remember Bo Jackson? You ever seen the videos of Bo Jackson? The little he's running around. He goes almost scores, goes back into his own end zone, and then comes back and scores.
Okay,
that's Super Tecmo Bowl.
Okay.
But all right, that's nothing then.
If we want to pull out an old
NES
Xbox and play Guitar Hero, I will destroy it.
Yeah, I've never played any Guitar Hero.
I gave my Xbox and Guitar Hero and everything to my brother, and at times I really want to go back to him and just say, give it back. But I'm like, nope, you don't do this for a reason. You can't get back in this.
Some of them went up in price. Not brother. Which game?
Oh,
probably 3 or 4. Yeah, it's like
3 and 4. 2. Well, no, I thought 2. What was 2? 2 was Legends of Rock.
3 is Legends of Rock, and then 4 was the big band finally came out with like a big box full of stuff to compete with Rock Band. But
no, I had 2 and 3 then.
Sweet, those are the good ones, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
actual OG guitar at the box, $100. I digress. Let's move on.
Yeah, I never played any of those games. That so or Dance Dance Revolution.
They quickly went by the wayside when people go, "Oh, it's the same game, just different songs." I'm like, "Shut! It's not. Whatever, dude. Whatever."
I mean, kind of sounds like it was.
Do you still have
you
PS5?
Don't even know.
Oh yeah.
Do you still play it?
Oh yeah.
Are you getting the new NCAA?
Oh yeah.
Oh, when it comes out?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're day one of that.
Yeah. I have to take some time off here soon.
Dude, let's call him.
No, I really do. I've been looking at.
Let me know. I'll take that day off too. We'll play Madden or we'll play NCAA.
Well, I mean, obviously, as soon as my house goes on the market, I'm probably gonna take some time off to like go look at houses on a weekday, and then when I actually moving in, I'm gonna take like a week off to But it'd be great if NCAA came out during that time.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, I'm going to get sick in July. Like super duper ill. I might have to take a sabbatical.
Just FYI.
Yeah, just heads up.
Like that is like a legit thing though. Like there's going to be a lot of people that take sick time because it hasn't been out for what? 10 years?
Oh, it feels like longer.
It was 2014
like that,
2014 the last
that
year?
and when a Rockstar game's out.
Can I recruit?
Stuff.
Are they going to have the recruit?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Oh, listen. I don't even
transfer portal and everything.
Can I
Oh, no. Wait, we can use that for the positive, though.
How are you
can probably turn it off. You can probably turn it off.
They're using NIL to pay players to bring this back. So are they going to have NIL incorporated into it? This has nothing to do with our podcast, but I'm into it.
Great question.
That is a.
I wish I could play. I'm not buying a PS5 or an Xbox
Here,
just to play.
I'll make it Walton's related. If they have a roster share, we'll make all of us and put us on a team because you can update a logo and stuff like that. So we're gonna make our own team. So
I'll start my own college.
Walton's call. It's about the kids and
our main thing is going to be animal husbandry and food sciences.
Yeah, we can marry animals. Yeah.
No. Are you going to like start streaming so we can sponsor you?
Oh, we can do that for sure.
I'm already. 100%. We have the setup. Look at it. Look at me. I'm streaming now.
We can do that. Where is it? Is it located in Wichita?
Wait, is what located?
The stream, dude.
No, the college that I'm setting up.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
How about a little extra space to get agricultural land?
I feel like we need
close, but nearby, but a little
Wichita.
Yeah.
Something
you could probably make up a city.
Yeah, we'll do something.
Okay, all right,
we're way off. Sorry, Brett. We're way off.
The coolest city in Kansas that has less than 500 people. Like, just pick a small town.
Okay,
random small
and start
town.
building up around it. I'll make it west side of Kansas, so it's easy to get to from Colorado. So Denver, we have a good airport.
Wait, can Pat design the uniform?
Now, 100%. 100%.
All right, cool.
I'm down with that because Pat's on my side with spinning logos now.
Oh God,
sweet.
I will not. There will be no spinning logos involved in anything. There will be no spinning logos involved in anything I ever do ever.
I'm gonna put a poll out on Meatgistics and see who thinks that we should have a spinning logo somewhere, and I guarantee, hands down, I will win at least with the same ratio that you had on the price thing.
Not a chance.
People would find it fun.
No, they wouldn't. It's
logo.
Not fun and whimsical. It is childish and what do they call it? What was the original thing that you used to like edit video stuff? Whatever that old program was. It's terrible. All right. So I ran a test the other day. I took a grinder head, plates, auger, and everything. Took it home and ran it through my dishwasher, and it worked excellently. Came out nice and clean. Have you talked to Walter?
No. Okay. I talked to Brett to make sure he wasn't going to just totally naysay us.
What did he do?
He was pretty much okay with it. His comments were basically, if we buy something, like we're probably going to move it to the new building when we move. Yeah. And then we're both kind of concerned with, are we going to ruin it? Because for those that don't know, we have some sink issues, and like I don't know why, but it keeps clogging the sink, and so we have replaced the faucet.
Yeah,
keep replacing
like
the faucet.
Slow, not a slow drip, but we have water pressure issues.
Yeah, when I pour my grease down the drain, it gets in the way. It won't. I can't rinse with the water anymore.
But if we put a dishwasher in here and we run a pipe to it, are we just going to clog up the dishwasher?
Probably.
Or we just put an inline filter in, and then you kill the filter. So what? Who cares? You kill a $20 filter every 6 months.
No. I think the problem is going to be that we'll kill it by not getting enough water to it. Like I imagine a dishwasher takes a good amount of water to.
I think the whole cycle only uses like 4 gallons, and like that's over the course of what, an hour and a half the dishwasher runs.
Yeah.
I don't think it's all that much.
Oh, okay. And it probably has a reservoir that it like fills up and then runs on.
Yeah, like it runs it in. I think it recirculates water and then it dumps it, recirculates. To be honest, I have no idea. This is what in my mind I think is how it does it. But because otherwise, if a dishwasher ran for an hour and a half,
your water bill would be insane.
You'd have a huge water bill. So it has to be like pulling it in, spraying it around, recycling it, spraying and cycling, and
getting rid of it,
doing it again. Yeah.
Now, well, I'm all in on this, obviously. So hopefully we get one of those. All right. We ran a competition on Chase doing a great job. He's our new Meatgistics guy. Our new social media guy. We ran a competition. How many pieces are in a package of ghost pepper cheese? And then we let people guess. So
who counted that on our side? Did you have Chase sit down and just count it one by one?
We got them all counted.
That is horrible.
We got them all counted. So there were actually 2,944 in there. We got a text from a very upset gentleman who said that he counted a small portion of them and then calculated off of what that should be. So his number should be right. But he was wrong. In this particular bag, there's 2,944. Ron Shout, who I'm assuming is Ronald Shout, who has won on a few live streams in the past, guessed 2,981. He was 37 off.
I think he hacked your system and just changed his answer so it didn't look like he was guilty. It's pretty close.
It's unbelievable. So anyways.
Was anybody else even close?
No, not that close. I think 200 and something was the next closest.
I heard text complaining.
Yeah, that's who I said, the angry person who texted us.
Okay.
Yeah. So the prize was going to be a 1 pound bag of the cheese and a bag of seasoning of their choice. But because he was within less than 1%, we're also going to give him a gift certificate. So congratulations, Ronald. I assume that's Ronald. It might not be, but I know Ronald Shout from the live stream, so I assume it's the same guy.
I assume so.
All right, so congratulations on that. All right, moving on to Meat Matters. And we're going to have to kind of run through these because...
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, right? We didn't start quite on time.
We're a little late, but...
Yeah. Okay. We can leave most of the wild card stuff till next time anyways. Conservative investing group slaps Tyson Foods with refuse to buy rating over hiring of migrant workers. Should have known better. Conservative investment fund Group is pulling its holdings of Tyson Foods over the meat and poultry giant's hiring of migrant and refugee workers, claiming the employment practice will repel customers. The American Conservative Values ETF, an exchange-traded fund managed by Ridgeline Research, LLC, divested the company and slapped a refuse-to-buy rating on its stocks for its clientele. We believe Tyson's management has blundered into political minefield and should have known better, Ridgeline founder and CEO Bill Flagg told Fox Business News. So is this, Chase and I were also talking about this earlier, is this a Bud Light moment for the meat industry?
Wait, but are they like authorized or are they illegal immigrants? Are they here? Can they have they filled out an I-9 form and they've gone through and they are good to work?
So that gets a little bit dicey because I've read a lot of things about, I'm not saying Tyson has done this, but I've read a lot of things about migrants getting into, like, they will have advertisements down in Mexico telling them to come up and work at meat processing plants. And then on payday, they will literally call ICE on them so that they then don't pay them and they all get deported. So I don't know. But shady stuff from front to back.
I don't know. As long as you're hiring legal workers, I mean, ultimately,
well, especially since
you're playing by the rules that have been set up. As long as you're not doing something illegal,
especially since they just fired however many workers at the Iowa plant.
Yeah, like 1,200.
Yeah, no, it was more than that. It was like 5,000.
Or was it 12? Oh, it says Tyson Foods part of 120,000 strong workforce. So yeah, what was it then? Was it 5,000?
It was 5,000.
No,
yeah. And then they said there was something that came out saying that they were wanting to hire 30,000 new migrant workers. So you fire 1,200 or 5,000 Americans, you're going to bring in 30 or 40,000 migrant workers. I feel like you're not really reading the temperature of the room here. So we'll keep a close eye on that. Obviously, some people have their dander up. Where does that come from? Dander. Like it's like your hackles up, right? Get your dander up.
I've never
Maybe
heard that.
This is just a Tremblay thing that we used to say. Okay.
I just had an aha moment though, because I'm looking at this. It says Tyson, has 120,000. But before we thought there was like 9% of their work, or 9 to 12% of their workforce, or something like that. So just pulled up the article from last week. When you're looking at those numbers, they basically fired. They closed the plant, so they fired. Maybe you could phrase that better, but 1,276 people. And then it says Tyson employs 9,000 people. You got to keep reading more, though. It's 9,000 people in Iowa. So it is like, I don't know, it's 15% of the workforce in Iowa.
When you said 9,000 last week, I thought that meant that most people who work at Tyson aren't Tyson employees. Like I thought they did a lot of contracting stuff.
So yeah, if Tyson has 120,000 total, that makes more sense. That's still, I mean, they fired 1% of their workforce. That's still a lot, but it's crazy.
But something to keep an eye on for sure. All right. Superbugs spread by pets, a potential public health issue. Now, you don't even need to click on that. Don't worry about that. The reason I brought this up is because this article is from 2005. They've been talking about these superbugs going to kill humanity for going on 20 years now. It's unbelievable. There was just a ridiculous number of articles this week when I was looking for it on two things. And I did not pick either one of them. One, in deference to you. The other, just because I'm sick of hearing it, is antibiotics in meat. And the other one is how the next thing, since they couldn't make us eat crickets, the next thing that's going to save the meat world is pythons. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I ignored both of those stories out of spite. I guess spite is the right word.
I refuse to eat snake just out of the principle.
You've already eaten snake. I hate to tell you that.
Well, I know. From now on, moving forward,
no more.
Not doing it anymore.
So I got to get some sort of snake for you to eat again. All right. Millennials are the biggest spenders on meat. Well. 4 out of 5 Americans still describe themselves as meat eaters, and 98% of U.S. households still purchase meat, according to a new report by the Meat Institute. The Power of Meat report released Monday noted that Gen Xers were the biggest meat eaters, accounting for 32% of sales, while baby boomers were the most frequent meat purchasers at 53 times per year. Meanwhile, millennials spent the most on average per purchase at just under $17 per purchase. Meat consumption is changing, though, with nearly 3/4 of U.S. shoppers adjusting their purchase habits to save money at the store. 30% bought smaller packages of meats to cut costs, while 42% bought in bulk to save. As price-conscious shoppers look for ways to continue enjoying their favorite proteins, they are cooking more at home and including meat in everything from new recipes found online to their favorite comfort and holiday meals.
I wish more people...
Way to go, America.
...would be price-conscious, shop in bulk, and go to their local processor and buy a quarter beef or a half a beef. Because one, selfishly, that'd help us a ton because that's our core customers. That's who we sell more to than anyone else out there is the small custom processor. That's our niche. But I don't know how many people. There's probably a lot of people that just flat out don't have access to that.
Yeah,
but there's probably a lot of people that do and just
don't know it.
Don't know it. Don't do it. People would be shocked at what you could spend. I don't want to quote exact. Don't quote me on exact figures here, but Dylan just bought half of a beef, Wagyu beef.
Yep.
Did you hear about that?
I did.
Yeah. His total cost is going to be $6 or $7 a pound.
Yeah, and that's
like
Wagyu.
That. Yeah, it's insane. But you buy the half a beef, and you get a much more reasonable price. It's just you're going to want that whole thing into steaks, and you're not going to get the whole thing into steaks. That, yeah. But still, look at what if all of that was ground, that's still a better deal.
Oh my good Lord, yes.
If people could grasp and like just see that of if I bought a quarter beef at a time, how much money would I save? It means you have to eat a lot of ground beef, but you get all your other stuff for insanely low prices, and your ground beef is still cheaper than ground beef at the store.
And ground beef is so versatile. You can use it in almost anything.
I bought a deep freezer just to store my ground beef, and to be honest, it doesn't require a very big one.
No.
You can go to Menards or Home Depot and get like the $200 deep freeze that is big enough.
Mine at home is, I think when I bought it, I mean, it was a bunch of years ago, but I think I paid like $180 for it. And it easily fit my quarter, like not even close. Yeah. I probably could have fit a half in it. All right. I also find it funny that millennials are spending the most because they're so not smart about money. It's like, money, whatever.
So does that mean, so Gen Xers, are those, is that between, okay, you're Gen X. Okay, so
in between baby boomers and millennials.
Okay.
So you're a millennial.
Baby boomers are eating the most meat. Gen Xers are the most. Baby boomers the most frequently, or they're buying it. And then millennials, so millennials are buying steak.
Yep.
Gen Xers are buying ground beef.
We're being smart.
And the boomers are just buying single meals at a time.
Yeah. Because why have a freezer full of stuff when you're going to die soon? You might as well just buy it one at a time.
I'm a boomer then. Cool.
You act like a boomer sometimes. All right. Texas Panhandle wildlife impact on meat prices. Again, talked about this last week. Just more reinforcement that we're not expected to see any price change on or from those wildfires. And I still cannot believe that. Absolutely blows my mind. All right. Maine meat producers frustrated by slaughterhouse backlogs. Percy Lorette, an experienced farmer and butcher, is in the process of creating a slaughterhouse in the central Maine town of Athens called Cold Creek Processing, which will specialize in sausage and smoked meat. We have a very good listener up in Maine who I will send him a notification about this to see if that's anywhere near him. In the first year, Lorette plans on being a custom exempt plant, meaning the meat can be consumed by the owner but not sold. But that's not all it means, right? Like that also means I can bring you my pig, have you slaughter it, and I can have my pig. Custom exempt.
Want to say that again?
In the first year, Lorette plans on being a custom exempt plant, meaning that the meat can be consumed by the owner but not sold. Oh, by the owner of the hog or pig. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, I read it.
The owner of
The plant.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's how I read it. Yeah. I'm like, okay. So we're good. No confusion. The following year, he hopes to turn Cold Creek into a state-inspected facility, which means its products can be sold to co-ops, restaurants, and at farmers markets. He plans to hire several employees with the goal of processing 15 to 2,000 animals per year, comprising 2,400 square feet. Cold Creek processing will serve the small farmers that dominate Maine's beef industry, farmers who market 10 to 15 animals per year. I know there's a definite need for it. For many farmers, they're looking at 6 months to a year to get appointments. So that's still going on in the Northeast. Is that still going on here?
Right now, no.
Yeah.
No. So it depends on kind of what area of the country you're at. But we at this time of year, we start to get more feedback from different areas because all the different states are having like their state associations. Yeah. And so as salesmen are going out, they're talking with last weekend, Nebraska?
Yeah, that's
the weekend before.
Yep, Nebraska and... Where was Marco? Marco was in...
I don't know where his territory is.
I don't know where he was, but Marco was out too.
Okay. But so we start to hear more because just people are like in a whole group of processors and they're getting feedback. But some places are not bad at all. Some places fine. Some places are definitely slow.
Yeah.
And so there's some concern out there that will some of these new plants, like over the past 4 years, there's been more new plants than in the past 20 combined, basically. Are these new plants going to be able to survive the just insanely busy times? Because they got in, and that's all they've known for the past 4 years is there's just capacity and capacity and capacity, and you keep working. There's more to do, and things are slowing down.
Sure, there might be some lean times.
Will they survive?
Yeah.
So
I mean, some will, some won't. Right? It's just like anything else. The ones who came in, carved themselves a good niche and a good customer base will, because people will continue to go to them. And the ones who, for whatever reason, location, whatever, didn't do as well, won't. So
I think there's, a lot of the people that have been around for a long time, they're just like, oh, yeah, this is what we're used to. But
also, quick note, just if you are one of those smaller processors and you do find yourself struggling, use your resources, use AMP, use the niche processors group out of Oregon State. There's Facebook groups, the small meat processors Facebook group. There's a bunch of resources out there for you should be using.
One thing I found out just in the last few days was, and I don't remember I don't remember the full details, and I don't even know what the exacts are on it. But depending upon your state, there are different limits that you can be a custom processor and you can still do retail. You can basically ship stuff wherever you want as long as you're not doing like more than $150,000 a year.
Huh.
Some sort of retail exempt status that lets you ship across state lines.
Right.
You don't have to be USDA.
Interesting.
So I think some people that are not USDA plants could rely on unique things like that.
Some of that, yeah.
Hey, for a small plant, an extra $100,000 in revenue is a huge thing.
And it's not that hard to set up a Facebook page and set up some really basic websites, or even just take phone orders. You can do that too if you don't want to get into the whole online marketing stuff.
But if you're a plant out there looking to reduce your slowdown and branch out like that, you need to go figure out the exact deal on what do I have to do to ship across the state line. Don't rely on
Walton's
us.
Told me it was not even Walton's. These two idiots on a podcast told me this. All right, we're going to run through these last couple ones. It is customers seek value in meat snacks. This is what we were talking about earlier. There's going to be a decline of approximately 15 to 20% of meat snacks in convenience stores. Said one guy who's a category manager. Another guy said he thought it was going to be just around 5 to 10%. Okay. Moving on. $15 million is now available for small meat processors and low interest loans. That's from Morning Ag Clips. So that has hit the market. That's out there. If you're a small meat processor looking to expand or just need some help, you need to hit that up right away because $15 million is not going to last that long. This is Jim Longport commentary. U.S. hog slaughter declines. I just want to read a couple quick things from this. For 2 weeks in a row, U.S. hog slaughter has been below a year ago, down 1%. Our expectation has been sow reduction began in earnest last May. If the correct result of liquidation should begin to show up about now in the market. Year-to-date U.S. hog slaughter is up 0.8%, while pork production up 0.5%. We continue to believe the USDA projection that the U.S. will produce 600 million more pounds of pork in 2024 than in 2023 as being off the mark. USDA 2023 at 27,301 pounds and a projection at 27,910 million pounds. And that would be plus 2.4%. We're only up 0.5%. So they're already way off that mark. The unfortunate part of USDA overestimation, in our opinion, is what it does to restrain hog futures from reaching the prices they will actually be in the months of actual marketing. Several people have said to us, your opinion on less hogs in 2024 is contrary to the USDA projections. It's a fair observation. Time will tell if the USDA, with their vast array of experts, is correct or is the pig guy. So, I don't know. Somebody just kind of looking at things versus a bunch of who's in the industry versus a bunch of industry experts who probably also have an agenda. Moving really quickly through what did everybody cook today. GWG made a bunch of smoked cheese that looks absolutely excellent. Initially, I thought he had a PK, but if you look at the sides, those are different.
That's interesting.
Then Steve Winscott made some a really nice looking corned beef. Then our Chase, made really good ribs. And I can confirm they were really good because I ate them. He brought them in at 8 o'clock on Monday morning. He walked in. He's like, oh, I've got ribs in the fridge next door. I got right up and came over here immediately. And they were really good. Again, GWG made some pastrami that looked amazing. Now, Pivo Dog made some klobasniks. Yeah, klobasniks that look awesome. That is a jalapeno on top. And it's filled with meats and cheeses. I mean, you can't beat that by much.
That looks so good.
All right. This guy hunts grizzlies with a longbow and a stone point arrowhead. It is. You got to set me up for this. Awesome story. He's up in Alaska, and he legitimately goes with a traditional longbow and stone point arrowheads. He got like 5 perfect stone point arrowheads. And I think he was down to like his last 1 or 2 when he got that. Look at the size of that thing. This is an enormous grizzly this guy took from a tree stand with a traditional bow and a stone point arrowhead. That takes some guts to make that shot.
Do you have like a backup Uzi on you?
Yeah, he had a 357 with him. Now,
so that's good.
Well, whatever. It still takes guts. He failed a bunch of times. He even like injured one animal and it got away. Like he knows he didn't kill it. But it's a really good article. It's pretty long.
Just wounded animals. Just because he's like, I think I'm a good shot. Let me try. Stand still. You're moving. Let me get you. And then I winged it.
What do you think hunting is?
No, I'm just saying. But it's just like that guy. Well, mostly they don't just like.
I've seen the ones where they really try to look for him and trail him out. But it's just like that guy. Those guys are going with the most firepower they have at the time. Okay. This guy's like throwing a stone at a big cat and going like, I think I got him.
There's an ethical question there.
Sure.
There's an ethical question there. Female TikTokers loving the carnivore diet. It doesn't matter, but it is really interesting that the biggest increase in carnivore diet searches, it's by like 70% is now female. So we're missing a market here, guys. I might go full in on carnivore again. Like no more candy. I am eating a modified carnivore diet. Right now it is meat and candy and beer. That's about it. It's about all I'm consuming.
You're a woman. I know.
All right. 7 sneaky foods that can have dead horses in them.
What?
Now.
Wait, we can do a whole podcast.
Oh, hold on. There's a couple things here that we have to address first. This is where the gummy comes in, where I said we were going to talk about this.
Oh, no.
So it is it's just the gelatin from that. So the 7 things are soup, gummy candy, processed peanuts, which it actually uses as like an adhesive. Like, have you ever heard a horse going to the glue factory?
So I said sheep, but apparently it's horse. That's crazy.
You said sheep.
My guess earlier was sheep. You said how stuff get all gelatin-y?
Oh, really?
Sheep or cows because of Elmer's glue. There's a cow in front of it.
Yeah.
Anyways, please continue.
Marshmallows, alcoholic beverages, specifically red wine. They'll use like a gelatin in. Mints and vitamins. All of those, except for the peanuts, was just gelatin. So I don't really feel like that's sneakily putting a horse into your foods. Worse than that, the title, 7 sneaky foods that can have dead horses in them. It would be so much worse if they were live horses in your sneaky foods, right? Like that, you don't need the word dead in there. It's clearly dead. I'm eating it. I don't eat live things.
I'm so hungry I could ride a horse. Chris Griffin.
I don't remember that one.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Just real quick, I have that awesome graphic there. Tigers are recorded to have killed more people than any other big cat and are responsible for more human deaths through direct attack than any other wild mammal. So out of all the mammals, tigers have killed the most humans. About 1,000 people were reportedly killed each year in India during the early 1900s. That was each
Just don't call them mammals and boom, fixed. Moving on. Next problem.
With one individual Bengal tigress killing 436 people in India.
One female tiger, just like...
And Bengals aren't even big.
Just kept wrecking them.
Like, Siberians are the huge ones. Bengals are like...
How many do you think it got in one day for the most?
Its record?
Yeah.
I bet you it got 9 in one day once.
No.
I bet you it got 9.
Okay, when you... Hold on, I want to go back to it's not that big, though. If it's got to be bigger than a mountain lion. If you got into a fight with a mountain lion, who's winning?
I mean,
the mountain lion.
For you people, yes,
every time.
I'm not
considered a win.
There's no type of tiger that I'm winning a fight against. 0 types of tigers.
I'm getting some shots in though, for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. It's like it's
unless it grabs you from the back and then forget it. Like it's going to get its mouth around your neck and you're...
It'd be like a movie where guy thinks he's big hot stuff and goes up and punches a dude and the dude doesn't move.
Have you ever seen that scene in Space Odyssey where they throw that leopard on that guy or that jaguar and that guy in an ape suit? It's fantastic.
In the beginning, okay, they would 87 inches between the pegs and a chest girth of 59 inches. Oh my God.
That's a Bengal?
That's a Bengal. They're up to 1.1 meters. So a meter's 3.5 feet. So up to like 4 feet tall.
Dude, that's still a big cat.
That's probably at the shoulder too. That's probably not the head. That's probably to the shoulder.
Yeah.
How much do they weigh? Because... Oh, okay. Female Bengal tigers can weigh between 220, which is a huge mountain lion, and 400 pounds. So not that huge.
400 pounds, a big cat. That is pure, solid, aggressive muscle.
Yeah, that is muscle too.
Like it's not like
it's like Brutus.
Like
it's got a generous amount of fat on him.
Like you and I, what? You're probably around on me right now, 200-ish.
Oh, in weight?
Yeah,
in that range. Yeah.
But you and I could both be a lot less because we're both a little overweight right now.
Sure.
So you need to take like
that hurt.
2.5 to 3 of us and put it into
2.5, 3 of us are not winning that fight.
One of me.
Well, no. Put that into an animal that is also just
mean,
just primal,
angry.
Yeah, it's dude. I don't.
All right, how big? How much bigger do you think a Siberian tiger is?
150 pounds the most. Probably get up to like 550.
From snout to tail, they can be up to 10 feet long.
Oh, goodness. No, these are like 1,500 pounds.
No. And they weigh up to 660 pounds.
Oh, okay.
But there's a video of it's at a tiger sanctuary, and they like open a door. And you see all these other tigers first, and they open a door, and the Siberian, it's the only Siberian there, comes walking by. And all the other cats like literally back up, and then it turns and looks at one, and that one immediately gets on its back, like just immediately flops over. It's like, nope, don't want it. They are so much.
Can we do a voiceover to that video, like he's going, like he's walking into the prison yard or something?
My favorite thing, and I still can't ever like manage to keep it when I tag it, is it's called Torons of I think Yellowstone, and it's this guy who does voiceovers for idiot tourists who get too close to wild animals.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite one is, God, please, Jesus, I've been so good. I need this. Let me see him get hit. Please.
Get him.
And then you hear people say, get away from him. Get away from him. He goes, no, don't do that. Go up there, punch it. Assert your dominance.
Yeah.
It'll respect you. All right. That's what we got. Then that graphic is really cool, but we don't really have much time. It basically shows where most animals kill people, or like from what area most animals get humans. Look at all of Europe and Asia. It's all brown bears.
Why is elk not on this list, or like moose? Or
that's fair,
because I thought
I'm pretty sure this is just bears and big cats, though. If you look at it. Why he's laughing like that?
Just every 5 seconds, he's like, "Ooh, I have a bear, shark, or tiger story."
We didn't bring up sharks once this entire time.
Just did. Sorry,
whoops. You did. But no, look at that's basically the whole upper half. So the country or of the world is brown bears killed.
So for like an hour, when you're like researching this podcast, you're like, most bear attacks worldwide.
This was a hard one to find wild cards for because there wasn't anything like crazy that happened.
Oh, I love it. So is that all, guys?
That's what we got.
Crazy.
Thanks for checking out the Meatgistics podcast. To shop everything but the meat, head on over to waltons.com. To get your meat processing questions answered by experts and enthusiasts alike, head on over to our online community at meatgistics.com. Waltons, everything but the meat.